What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. That's right, 2 transfer updates in a day. We've got big breaking news in terms of Manchester City potentially signing a striker. But before I do crack on with that, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help to support my channel, then do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. 22,000 subscribers, that is the aim. Less than 300 subs away, we're very close. I want to hit that by the end of January, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. We're doing daily Manchester City transfer updates for everybody to enjoy. Sometimes twice, like we are today. So if you want to stay up to date and in the loop with the latest Manchester City transfer news this winter and into the summer as well, then do make sure you have subscribed with your notifications on to be notified immediately for when I do upload. Social media links, they're in the description below, sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Once more, 300 likes, that's the like goal. Any help towards that would be much appreciated, and also don't forget to let me know your thoughts of these transfers in the comments below. Let's crack on with this video though. We're going to start off with the out. We've got an update on Oleksandr Zinchenko. Now, Martin Blackburn at The Sun has confirmed that Real Betis do indeed want to sign Oleksandr Zinchenko from Manchester City. Any move probably would be a loan move rather than a permanent move, but Oleksandr Zinchenko, the player himself, his stance is very clear. He wants to stay at Manchester City. He wants to work hard. He wants to earn a new contract at Manchester City, and he wants to stay at the club. That's the right attitude to have, and I really hope that Manchester City do keep hold of Oleksandr Zinchenko. It's that mentality that we need to keep hold of, and if that means giving him a new deal, well, to me, Zinchenko's done absolutely nothing wrong whilst he's been here. He's always done a job for Manchester City. He's a solid squad player for us as well, and if Zinchenko's happy with that and wants to stay, then I think we should be putting him on a new deal. Now, moving on to the last story of the outs, takes us on to Patrick Roberts, and I don't have to mention Patrick Roberts ever again after today. Why? He's left Manchester City. That's right, he has left Manchester City. Patrick Roberts is no longer a Manchester City player. I was expecting him to be loaned out to one of Sunderland or Wigan Athletic until the end of the season. Upon the expiry of his contract in the summer, he would leave for free to go and join a club. Well, he's joined Sunderland, and he's joined them on a permanent transfer. He's on an initial 6-month deal. Sunderland have signed him for a small fee, and if everything goes right for Patrick Roberts and all the clauses are met in this deal, the deal could rise to around £3 million. That deal is done and dusted, so I do want to thank Patrick Roberts for all of his efforts at Manchester City. It hasn't worked out for him, unfortunately. He's a solid young player though, and I really do hope that he has a great step in his next career at Sunderland and he goes and smashes it there. And like I said, it's unlucky not to have worked out at Manchester City, but if you don't try, you'll never know. And he's ready to move on to the next part of his footballing journey. I'm wishing him very best of luck with regards to that. Now, moving on to the ins, we've got an Erling Haaland update. Now, Mark Ogden at ESPN says Man City are lagging behind Real Madrid when it comes to signing Erling Haaland from Borussia Dortmund, is what is being reported. He's saying it's not financial related, so I'm just wondering what this may well mean. The Daily Mail have added on to that, though. They've said that Haaland's preference is Spain. He wants to sign for a club in Spain. Real Madrid, they're showing heavy interest, and Manchester City firmly believe that Real Madrid are their biggest competitor when it comes to signing Erling Haaland. However, Haaland does want to keep his options open, and he's willing to listen to any club that is willing to meet his release clause of around £63 million or around 70 million euros. Real Madrid are having a big problem with trying to make this transfer happen though, because they want Kylian Mbappe on a free transfer from PSG. Mbappe isn't signing a new contract at PSG, which means he'll leave for free in the summer. He will be a very, very big earner. And the problem that Real Madrid have is that they can't afford, with La Liga's restrictions, to be able to register both Mbappe and Haaland in the same window. COVID's making finances in Spain and the restrictions very, very difficult, and it may well be realistic that Real Madrid would need to pick one or the other, and considering their eyes have always been on Mbappe, that may well just open up the market for Haaland. But if Real Madrid can find a loophole, or they can find a way of making the finances work, and it is doable, and he can be registered, and he can become a Real Madrid player, then Haaland's preference, it seems, is Real Madrid. Now, I'm just going to put something out there. City don't want to be in a position where we're the contingency, we're the backup to Real Madrid, and that Haaland's reason for joining Manchester City is because he couldn't join Real Madrid. That's not what we want. If we want to sign Haaland, I've said it for a while now, we need to act quick. Speak with Raiola, not in weeks, speak with him now. See what Haaland wants. What's the camp? What are they wanting? Turn his mind. Convince him to join Manchester City. I know they don't like Mino Raiola, the bosses at Manchester City, but bring him in. Show him around the CFA. Show him around the facilities that City have got. Show him what City can do with Erling Haaland. If City want Haaland, this stance of the player must choose us. We're not going to convince a player to come to us. Well, when there's top talent there who's got so much sell-on value for us there, it makes sense not only from a business point of view, but also from football and on the pitch point of view as well. And I feel like we could just do so much more right now to sign Erling Haaland. And right now it's quiet on that front. We're not seem to be doing that much. And I've been wondering why we've been so quiet. And I think I've just got my answer with this latest story. Now, this is really, really interesting. Comes in the form of a new name, Julian Alvarez. Now, this story broke from Hernan Castillo. He's a journalist based in South America. He has reported that River Plate player Julian Alvarez, he is set to close on a deal to be sold to Manchester City. He said it's in the final stages. There's no rush to get that deal done now, but it would be a deal which they're hoping would see the player join Manchester City in the summer rather than right now. Now, first off, Alvarez, your first question is, who on earth is Julian Alvarez? Well, he's a 21-year-old forward playing for River Plate over in Argentina. He can play as a striker. He can play out wide as well. He's Argentinian. There's quite a little bit of interest out there. Manchester United have been linked with him, and it's believed that City have stolen him from under the noses of Manchester United. We've put 2 bids in, and the second bid is believed to be very close to the valuation of what River Plate are looking for. He has a release clause, which is believed to be around 17 million pounds or 20 million euros. It's believed City are willing to offer 16 million euros on that, with some add-ons included, which is believed to be tempting River Plate right now. And it is and it's been described as a deal being very close to being done. We need that agreement in place. That would involve the player coming over to Manchester. He would then, when he sign a contract, do his medical and everything, but it's all about what City's plans are with Julian Alvarez. Do Manchester City want to sign him to use him now? Because River Plate are asking Manchester City, they can sign him now but keep him at the club until the summer. That may well be in terms of a pre-agreement, or City sign him now and then loan him out to River Plate. And then what happens after that is anyone's guess. City are believed to be having a look at the potential of loaning him out to one of their sister clubs in the CFG. To me, I don't think that's the right thing to do for the player's development. He's going to be, 22 by the time he joins Manchester City. He's nearing in on heading right into the peak years, the prime parts of his career. If he is as good as what Manchester City are willing to pay for him, then I think he should be given at least a season around the Manchester City first team squad. I was saying it about Erling Haaland, I'll say it about Alvarez as well. Get him into the CFA, show him around, show what facilities we can do, because to me, a young player prospers when they've got the best facilities in the world, which is what City have got, and get him training around world-class football players, because he can only get better. Once he's got a year under his belt, if City think he's ready for the first team squad, move him in there, get him some minutes, get him some experience and manage that situation from there. If City think actually a loan may do him good, then loan him out. the problem I've got with the City Football Group, the CFG here, is I'd be looking for, if City ideally see him as a long-term solution in that striker's role, which is what is being described right now. If that is the case, then Manchester City need to manage this very carefully, and I would suggest if he is going to be loaned out, to a club where he's going to be playing on a regular basis, playing in a competitive league, a league that's going to allow him to prosper. And to me, finding the right loan is very difficult to do, but you'd think it needs to be European-based experience. And to me, loaning him out, if he's good enough into the Premier League, a team that's maybe fighting relegation or in mid-table that are willing to play him, 30-plus times in a season, that would be better than loaning him out, for example, to Troy or to Girona. But it's all about just how good this player can be. But if City are willing to take the risk to spend nearly £20 million signing a player that's relatively unheard of, who's not got any European-based football experience under his belt, and City are willing to spend, there's 20 million is a lot of money, particularly in the COVID market as well. For something so risky, he must have potential. And if that is the case, then he is good enough to be in and around the Manchester City squad. Now, there's lots of rumours floating around. It's very difficult to keep up to date with this. Stuart Brennan at The Sun has said that Alvarez isn't the Sergio Aguero replacement. City will still continue their pursuit of Erling Haaland, of Darwin Núñez, of all the strikers that we've been getting linked with. City will continue to do that, and that's what we'll be looking for as we head into the summer. But Alvarez is just another option here for Manchester City. And like I said, it isn't clear as to whether this is a player that's going to sign for Manchester City and then be loaned out, or whether he's going to work in and around the first team squad. But what we're waiting for is that agreement to be found. And if what all the sources are saying here, reliable sources as well, including Fabrizio Romano, they're saying an agreement is very close to being done. And Julian Alvarez, he is very close to potentially becoming a Manchester City player. So we may well be making our first signing of the January transfer window, and it's come absolutely out of nowhere. I'm sure everyone will be on YouTube having a look at Julian Alvarez's latest clips and just how good he can be. Very interesting though, he's made 57 appearances for River Plate. He's scored 23 times, which that's not too bad. He's also made 5 appearances for the Argentinian national team as well, so he must have some potential there. So is it worth the risk? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. So there we go, that's been the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, leave a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed this video. Aiming for 300 likes, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget to let me know your thoughts of these transfers in the comments below. Like I said, Julian Alvarez, what's your opinion? Let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to subscribe as well if you're new around here. Daily Manchester City transfer updates coming for you guys to enjoy. So do make sure you have subscribed with your notifications on. I'll keep you up to date every single step of the way, every single day, first and fast, with the latest Manchester City transfer news, including all the latest on Julian Alvarez potentially joining Manchester City. So make sure you have subscribed if you haven't already, with your notifications on to be notified immediately for when I do upload. Social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen. If you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, my email also in the description below too, if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And I'll see you all again very soon for the next Manchester City transfer update. So I'll see you then. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.